I'm Primus Bela. I'm originally from Cameroon. I was born in Cameroon, relocated to the Netherlands where I did my graduate studies. Then I moved to the United States and I was stationed in Galveston, but living in St. Mary's. So my home parish is St. Mary's Parish in Lake City. St. Mary the Expectation in Lake City. So living in St. Mary, in Lake City, I was actually working in Galveston, driving back and forth as a special education teacher. I was a certified public school teacher in Galveston for 5 years. And by the time I left teaching profession to join seminary, I was actually the head of department for life skills program in middle schools in Galveston. Yeah, I got interest in things of the church, right from when I was born, because our home was like a domestic church. We prayed every morning and evening as a family. So, and I was an altar server when I was 13 till when I went to university. So there was always that desire to serve in one way or the other in the church. And I just became attracted to the things a priest did on the altar. And pretty much that feeling was there. But it came to fruition only when I started discerning in about 2013 until by 2016, working with the Vocation office, I was able to figure out that, okay, I think I have a strong calling to serve God and His people in this local church, Galveston-Houston. As a teacher, I serve kiddos in a school district where 70% plus of families were disadvantaged. They belong under the poverty and the students had free lunch. So that brought me really to the core of humanity, to serve students who actually don't have a problem, but they have family problems that affect their learning, and that really make me to see everyone as made in the image and likeness of God. The dignity of the human person became something very personal to me. And in that process, I started asking myself, how do I really serve God better, serve humanity in a more dignified way? And doing this and going through discernment with spiritual directors, I came to realize that my vocation will be God's persistent plan for happiness for me. And that plan for happiness for me could be only found in the priesthood, precisely because, the fruit of the Spirit, as in Galatians 5:22-23, kindness, love, humility, were all being manifested in the vocation of the priesthood. And I said, okay, I think that is where my greatest, deepest longing will be satisfied. What I love being in seminary is the community life. The seminary is, especially as St. Mary's Seminary, it's like the United Nations. It is made up of people from all over the globe, so to speak, and it brings in the beauty first of the universal church, and secondly the beauty of our nation, the United States of America, and you are able to be formed to become better, to become a shepherd after the heart of Jesus. So seminary brings us community spirit, a great prayerful life. You become sincere, you confront your inner person more, and you are able to take this to human formation. You are able to also, which is external, or take it to spiritual formation at the internal level, and just self-gift yourself with so much love and so much people around you giving you the support needed. So that's the beauty about seminary formation, and my experience has been wonderful. Yeah, one of the key things that has really helped me in seminary formation is the fraternity. Being able to see men who have your same kind of struggles, they have many desires. Some were doctors. I have a classmate who was actually a doctor and then now is a seminary. I have some with PhDs. And so there are people who have other interests in life, but they are here, and having those kind of support around you and seeing people who had other careers, and also young people who are zealous for the faith, which is not something common to our culture, is very inspirational. So moment of desolation for me as an individual seminarian, I look around my brother seminarians and I'm just inspired, because people from all ages, from 21 right up to even 50, you see them all having a burning desire to serve the Lord. And sometimes is always some kind of a mystery. We cannot fully explain sometimes why we are here. But one thing we are sure is divine love that, brought all of us here together. As I go through discernment, I look at Jesus as my role model, the good shepherd. And again, he was meek and humble. He was available. He never prided himself. Even when persecuted, there was some great silence. He knew exactly what the people needed, and he never exaggerated. So in other words, I really want to be a shepherd at the heart of God's heart. Like, I want to serve the people with all my heart, with humility, and above all, I want to be there for them. I want to be at the depth of their lives. When they are going through desolation, I want to walk with them. When they are going through consolation, I want to celebrate with them. And I don't just want to be a priest who just the way things are okay, or tell them just what they want to hear, but I want to be a priest who can also teach my parishioners the inconvenient truth sometimes, which will all help for the salvation of their souls and mine as well. Yeah, discernment to me is been a struggle because of my desire to serve in different capacities. For instance, coming to seminary, my desire was just to get immersed into diocesan spirituality, and at the same time in seminary, I also noticed that there were other spiritualities out there, Dominican, the Capuchins, you have other different charisms that may be tailored toward your kind of person that you are. But for me, figuring that out personally has been difficult. But with the help of spiritual directors who are readily available in seminary, with that exposure to sacraments, daily sacramental like the Eucharist, daily adoration, sometimes mandatory, but good for us and for formation, really, really helps you figure out what is it that is God's plan for consistent happiness in you. And I think, especially through adoration, it's wonderful. You are able to confront the Lord, and He loves us irrespective of our sinfulness, our weaknesses, and He wants nothing but the best for us. And seminary formation really helps you bring that out. And one important thing is that in seminary formation, not just your parish or your family or the seminary is praying for you, but the universal church from Rome across Asia, Africa, everywhere, they are praying for seminarians. So it is pretty priceless to be in this environment of discernment, knowing that you are walking this journey with the entire church.